Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lauren Armwood. I'm from San Antonio and am currently quarantined with my 9-year-old son, 13-month-old daughter, and both of my recently retired parents. So, yes, I am losing my entire mind. I'm a senior here at UTSA, graduating in December, and my major is communication. Once I graduate, I plan to become a social media manager. My personal hero moment was in my professional life. In the middle of the 2007 mortgage crisis, as the economy was tanking and home values were in a huge toilet, I was working as a mortgage collector for Wachovia Bank, which, yes, existed at that time. I was collecting mostly from borrowers in California, Nevada, and Florida, as that is where the crisis hit hardest. My job was to collect on past due mortgage payments, but I was also required by newly passed laws to let all borrowers know about the HOPE, or Homeownership Opportunity for Everyone, centers. Those were basically call centers set up to assist people with getting mortgage modifications or subsidized payments and assistance during the crisis. This was the single most stressful and draining job that I have ever had. I haven't had a mortgage personally, but I have had eviction notices at my apartment. So all day, I talked with people who were about to be homeless due to things that were mostly out of their control. And mostly, I felt their pain. The job did also lead to me having a hardened heart. Looking back, it was partially because I was out of touch, but also it was being an employee of a bank where the goal is to collect on what's due, period. Well, one day, a borrower called very stressed out after receiving multiple collection calls for payment. She was a single mother in California. You can only imagine what her mortgage payments were. Who worked 2 jobs as a social worker for a nonprofit and as a shift manager in a plastics factory. And this was all just to make ends meet. When she got on the phone with me, she said that she did not want to lose her house, of course, but she had been laid off from her factory job. And every time she called a Hope Center, she got a busy signal. At that time, there were only 9 centers opened by the government to assist the entire country. So yes, they were incredibly busy. When I looked up her information, I saw that she lived about 4 miles away from a Hope Center. So on a whim, I recommended that she physically go to the Hope Center and apply for a job. I made sure to delay her collection calls just to try and give this lady a break. About 2 weeks later, she called back and asked to speak with me directly. She let me know that not only had she gotten the job, but she got some help. She was able to get assistance on future mortgage payments through the Hope Center, but they also gave her an advance on some paychecks, so she was able to pay 3 months mortgage payments, which made her completely current. She felt extremely relieved to have the stress off her back, but she was also very grateful that she could use her social work experience to assist other people in similar situations going forward. That was a heroic moment, but also it led to Wachovia deciding to make a change in our collection practices. At that point, we just tried to collect the payment and use empathy statements. But seeing that this was effective, Wachovia put into practice that we checked to see if people were near Hope Centers, and if they were jobless, recommend that they go there and apply for a job. Who knows, it could help. One goal I have for this communication journey is to always consider others' worldviews when I communicate with them. Worldviews can greatly impact how people decode your messages because that's how they live their lives, that's how they see the world. So you must take that into consideration if you want to have a successful message. Another goal is strongly focusing on keeping the facts first, not feelings. As human beings, our emotions impact everything that we do, but when it comes to professional work, the information has to come first. My final goal is to slow down. I want to fully form my thoughts and get everything in order in my mind before speaking. Too many times, the gears turn correctly, but then the car ends up driving into a ditch. So, I want to stay on track, make sure everything I say comes out exactly how I intended. Thanks for your time. Have a great rest of the summer.